All right, happy Monday. And greetings, Denny Breau. Wow, I tell you, this is one day that I'm really excited to be here together with you and also with Sean Mencher, who's here in the wings. Hey, Sean.
Hey,
Thank you for having me on with you, Muriel.
Yeah. So we had such a great time. We did a show together just the night before last, and it was a tribute to your brother, Denny.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We miss Lenny. You know,
yeah.
it never ceases to amaze me. He gets more famous all the time. You
Well,
know,
there's good reason for that. He was a
you
big
got that right.
inspiration. He was a big
Yeah,
inspiration to Chet Atkins for one,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he was so advanced as a player that when I heard some of his stuff, at first I just couldn't understand it. I said, "What is he doing? Where is he going?" And
Uh,
he just kept growing and growing as a player. Started as a child prodigy, and has just become an icon as more people are discovering him.
well, he brought a lot to the table. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, world class flamenco, world class classical, jazz, Chet stuff, country stuff. He was even dabbling in Indian music for a while. Where he
wow.
had a famous guitar that was a 12 string and he tuned it down a whole step and he took the double E and the double B off so he could kind of get a sitar thing kind of going.
Yeah,
He'd bend all his notes and stuff, get feedback going through his amp and stuff. It was pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Well, what amazed me too is that you have become such a great guitarist. That you have taken, you know,
Well, that's nice of you to say. Uh,
yes,
you know, I'm always in awe of Lenny and I'll forever keep learning from him. And the one thing I've learned over the 50 years or so that I've been playing is the more you learn, the more you realize you haven't got a clue. you know,
yeah,
yeah, it's just amazing how in depth you can get, and you listen to guys like Lenny and Tommy and yourself, people like that. It's just amazing to hear. Boy, when you did that medley, that Stevie Wonder tune the other night with the horn lines and the melody and the bass line going, I'm going, that's it, I quit.
oh, I bet.
That was awesome. That was super awesome. It really
Well, thanks.
was.
Well, the first time I heard about Lenny was at Chet Atkins' office, and Chet was teaching me Mr. Bojangles, and at the very end he plays this lick, and I went, "Whoa, what is that? I'd never heard anything like that." And Chet said, "I learned that from Lenny,"
Yeah,
and
Lenny. Whew, yeah, he had boy his catalog of chimes or harmonics, whatever you want to call them. Um, and then when Chet did "When You Wish Upon a Star,"
right,
and he did that all in harmonics,
yeah.
I was like, "Holy cow, man! That's devotion." You know, that's
Well,
what that
Chet
is.
showed things to Lenny, and then Lenny showed things back to Chet, and they went back and forth a lot. So
They
there's
did.
a
They did. I think in my opinion, listening to Chet change over the years, after he hooked up with Lenny, I think his playing got a little more jazz influenced, if you will,
yeah.
especially his solos. At least that's what I heard. Maybe I'm dreaming, but some of those kind of weird licks and those pull-offs, I'm still trying to figure those out. Some of those things that they do that sound so uh, almost like Coltrane-ish, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that stuff. Can't do
Well,
it, but I love it.
well, we're getting a bunch of hellos popping in from Norway and from Atlanta and from the Bay Area and just
Awesome.
so we are talking about Lenny Breau, and somebody said Rob said. Hey, and Christine said Lenny who? So there are still people who don't know about Lenny Breau,
Uh,
and it's also it's in Nashville. It's been kind of the guitarists in the know who follow Lenny, and the general populace really doesn't know about this great guitarist. And
no, that's true. I mean, he never really, reached any kind of commercial fame that way. But amongst guitar players, as you say, that are in the know, um, it's hard not to have run into Lenny somehow. Somebody telling you about him, or you catch it on TV and you go, "Oh my God, who is that?" You know, and you find out or whatever. Uh, I think it takes a special kind of ear too to hear what Lenny was doing. You know, when it
Yeah.
came to reharmonizing stuff, holy cow!
Oh, yeah. He thought in terms of the diminished chord as being the basis for harmony. And
He
who
was,
thinks
yeah.
that way? Yeah.
Well, everybody likes that. I don't know. Sometimes I think he's from Mars,
Well,
a different planet. You know.
let me show you something that was definitely Lenny influence. So once I learned that technique, I put out a whole teaching course actually on harmonic techniques, but it's interspersing harmonics and regular notes. And then I thought, well, I wonder if I could use a couple of fingers on these, and so I did it in a different way and adding some melody.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh man. Unreal. Beautiful. Just beautiful,
Thank you.
Muriel.
Thank you.
Awesome.
That's the second half of Two Shores.
Ah, it's just gorgeous. Yeah,
Oh, thank
someday you got to show me how you do those harmonic rolls like that. I don't
Only
know. I'm
if you
gonna have to
show
go to
me,
work.
only if you show me how you do some of those jazz harmonies that you do. And
Ah, well, it's really from listening to Lenny. You know, I mean, like a just a simple song. Today I saw you on the street, and my heart fell at you. You know, a song like that, and
yeah,
Lenny would take it 3 chords, and then he'd go. You know, I just sit there and go,
yeah, that's a
"Oh, that's
Lenny
so
chord.
beautiful." You know, so pretty. My favorite Lenny chord has always been this one. He showed me that a long, long time ago, and he's the one that taught me how to play "Don't Think Twice" in the Chet style of
Oh,
picking.
I'd love to hear
And
that.
well, I could do a little bit of it, yeah.
Okay.
And of course, that old Jerry Reed lick.
All right.
So yeah, that's he showed me that stuff when I was about 13 or 14, and I had already started folk picking. That was my first love, and still is to this day. I still love folk music, but he taught me how to do. He said, "Well, there's two licks you really got to learn." He said, "You got to learn." He said, "If you can get that one, and then you
Yeah.
get, and then put the other one in there." So we get. And I started going, "Oh man, that's some cool stuff right there,"
Yeah.
So he really set me loose that way. I can honestly say he'd bring himself down to my level and really help me out. Because I just used to watch him and my mouth would be on the floor and I had no idea what was going on at all.
Uh-huh.
And there were so many times when he did come home that he would sit and he would play and just pick up his guitar and start playing, and he'd say, like, "This is a song, a Bill Evans tune I've been working on," and it was the most beautiful music I could ever hear in my life, and I never recorded any of it, and I tell you what, I kicked myself right in the butt because I had no idea that he'd be gone at 43, he's just my brother,
Yeah.
and we were doing brother stuff, and boy, I wished I'd have got those things down on tape, because they're so, so beautiful, and his changes, and then with the 7 string, and just goes on and on and on. Mind-boggling, really
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Well, we could sit here and tell more Lenny stories like we did backstage
Oh, that was
later on.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always happy to share Lenny stories.
Oh, yeah. He was a character, I tell you. And actually, if people want to hear the concert, I have on that link, I have my general links page listed there, the murielanderson.com/now. There's my full concert from last night, and just underneath that is the concert from the night before with all three of us.
Yeah, that
And
was fun.
so,
And
And
Hugh,
Hugh.
too. Don't forget
yes,
Hugh.
Yeah.
and Hugh as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, he did a great job. It was awesome listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
So,
that stuff.
yeah, if you want to hear the full concert, please do check that out. And we're getting a lot of hellos. So before we go and say hey to everyone, do you want to try to see if we can do one together, and then I'll let
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's
let some
let's
hellos be
try a
said.
little
Okay.
little wing. Maybe just kind of mess with the chords a little bit.
Okay. We'll see how that works with the lag, but this is for us. Yeah.
Ah, that was beautiful. Ah, awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
you.
you. Well, Sean, would you like to
Yeah.
play something maybe
Something,
together?
uh,
Cool.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
song.
Yeah. Something.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
Thanks for inviting me out here.
oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
That was a
Thanks.
great show the other night, you and Denny.
Oh, yeah.
So much
It's good
fun.
to have you up here visiting.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
So,
Let's hear some picking there, you guys. Let's hear some
what
picking.
do you want to do?
Well, why don't we, you want to just try the old Libba Cotton song, Freight Train?
Okay.
Yeah. Should I show all your guitar people the lick?
Oh, yeah.
A friend of mine, Dave Biller, showed me this lick. I don't know how to get on camera. You could take your E string and throw it over your B at the 9th fret.
All right.
I don't know how to get on camera.
You are.
You get the train.
I like it. Not only that.
You want to kick it off?
Not only that, but if you pull your E string.
I
over
can't
your
hear
B string-
anybody.
Yeah.
I can't hardly hear
Muriel
myself.
can. You can pull your E string over your B string and
Oh.
play in harmonies.
Oh, you can play
It's the
in
weirdest
harmony.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
you pull your E string over your B string.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not really
Don't try this at home,
musical.
folks.
never mind.
Okay. Well, let's do a little freight train here.
All right.
All right.
Should I take one?
Yeah. All together now, everyone.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, that's right. Everyone loves great. Oh, I love
Look
My
that.
out,
friend
look
Jay
out.
Peterson did that. He paints the back of boats. I told
Oh,
Brian already.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
righty then.
Well, let's take a moment to say some hellos. Bunny Barnes says, "Hey, she's a great player. She played some
Absolutely.
two sets at the Chet Atkins convention.
Nice.
So yeah, we met each other actually through the Chet convention, and Marty's talking about Rusty Draper's version of Freight Train. It was crazy. And Lenny Breau did the most wild version of Freight Train, where he's doing a 2 against 3, and then 3 against 4, and then 4 against 5. Yeah, Denny, do you remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Are
Muriel,
you kidding?
oh,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's crazy,
yeah.
crazy. Yeah. You know, and, how do you do that? I mean, you know, and then his banjo. You know,
Right.
all in the same song. You know, and then that jazz stuff. Yeah, I loved all the stuff. Anyway, I still listen
Yeah.
all the time. You know, it's a little hard sometimes, though. I get a little blue sometimes listening to Lenny. You know, because
Of
I miss my
course.
brother. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. Other people miss a
Yeah,
great guitar player, and you miss your brother. So I tell you,
yeah,
Lenny
yeah,
passed just before I started coming to Nashville, so I missed meeting him there.
yeah. Well,
So, yeah.
you
So, but
know,
heard so much about him though.
well, he's with us in spirit for sure.
Yeah. We have some greetings from France, from Delphine, who says, and Jan Anderson says, hi, Sean. We got a bunch of
Hi,
hi
Jan.
Seans coming out here.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah. Steve, too. Uh, and let's see. Oh, yeah. Steve says he wants your guitar a little louder, so maybe, Denny, you can move a little closer to the mic. That's
Sure.
great. So thank you. Thanks for letting us know. We always like
Yeah,
that. Get some
yeah.
feedback there. And oh yeah, and Cora says, uh, yeah, her friend Guy Larry Osborne needs to hear this. Yeah, definitely. So greetings out to all you. And all right, so a lot more hellos, so I don't have time to say hi to every. Oh yeah, and Robert McGlinchey says hey from Gloucester, and thanks Robert. We met him at the port when we're. So as some of you know, Brian and I are sailing down up the coast, and if anyone is on the coast of Maine and would like to reach out, let us know. Some people already have, and we've met up with people and just had a great time. So we're going to be leaving tomorrow, sailing up to Harpswell, and we'll give some instruments to Harpswell Academy. So I want to thank Sam Ash and Hungry for Music for donating ukuleles. So we're going to give those out to kids there, as we did here in Freeport
That's
just
awesome.
yesterday.
Awesome.
So that's great. So if you're up along the coast, do let us know, and you can. Check in with my website or the YouTube channel, which is called Acoustics Sailing. And let's see, Denny, I think we got some other hellos, but I would love to hear you play another tune.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I just want to say it sounds a little funny, when you tell me that you're sailing up the coast to go down east.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. I love
They say
that.
down east. Yes.
All right. So I'm a little closer here. Let's see. Here's a little tune that. That's a song of mine called "The Petit Cadeau." That means little present in French.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you very
Really,
much.
really lovely.
Just see me smile a couple of times there.
Yes, yes.
Been a while since I played that one, but anyway,
Oh,
thank you.
yeah. Well, we had a bunch of people saying that was beautiful. And I should also mention, if this guitar sounded good at all, it's not because of the microphone. I'm just using the regular computer speakers. We're very low tech today, but it's because this is a guitar I'm borrowing from Bourgeois guitars. So
And you're playing it,
Yes,
Muriel.
we-
You could make a rake sound
Well,
good.
that has nothing to do with my playing. So we had a tour of the Bourgeois factory. So Dana Bourgeois gave us a guided tour of the factory. It was really cool. My brother-in-law and I had bought a Bourgeois guitar a couple years ago, and so it's really cool to see how that guitar was made. It's just amazing. If you get a chance to tour, a luthier's factory, a fine guitar builder's
Can I ask
factory,
you a
it's
question?
amazing. Yes, sure.
Tell me how much you love the smell of the wood when you're touring the factory.
Yes, the smell
Huh?
of the wood is
Oh
is
my
great.
God, that's as soon as I get it. When I get a new guitar, it's the first thing I do is stick my nose in the sound hole.
You know,
I love the smell of that wood.
that was the first thing that Brian said that when we entered the factory. He said, "I want some cologne that's like that." The smell of wood cologne.
It speaks to me. It really does. But
Yes,
anyway,
it does.
yeah.
Well, Bob said here that Lenny changed his life. We're saying we've got so many nice comments in here. And Christoph from Germany says, "Hey," Scotty from Georgia, and Leland from Amityville, and Cynthia from North Carolina, Eric from Denver, and Sarah and Ron. So
Holy cow!
great. Yeah.
I want
Well,
to
hello,
say
everybody.
Bob Thompson he moved here. Denny knows Bob.
Yeah.
He's friends with John Knowles. I didn't know
Yeah,
whether you had
sure.
met Bob.
No.
Yeah,
Let us
Bob he moved here to Maine to meet Lenny, and he wound up. Bob, you're going to have to take it from here. I wish you were with us. You could tell Muriel more stories than I ever could, obviously, or Denny. But
Wow.
I remember you sharing all that with me. That you moved here, and he was. You were playing guitar, and Lenny, if I'm not mistaken, was kind of like waiting around some bushes or something to hear how you played, and then you met him or something. He was practicing on the front steps of the apartment where they both lived, unbeknownst to Bob, and he had just moved to Portland to meet him. I'll be quiet now.
Well, no, that's great.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Well, we are about at our time, but Denny, do you want to just tell one Lenny story, and then we'll
Oh,
do
my
something to
goodness,
play us
let's
out?
Yeah. Well, one of the nicest stories I could tell about him, I should say, is my mom told me that she knew Lenny was going to be special when he was about 4 years old. And he started singing the high five with my mom and dad, was singing the harmony, the fifth, which is the third's one thing. But if you can hear the fifth at 4 or 5 years old, you got something special going on, and that's one of my favorite Lenny stories. It's just how
Yeah.
musical he was at a young age.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking, boy, I wish there was something that we could play us out with that isn't.
I'll see you in my dreams.
I'll see you in my dreams. Well, let's see. I'm just thinking of something that we can all three play, because we have to find something that's not as rhythmic, that's more loose.
Oh, more loose. Okay.
Like,
Well, how about something like, how about if we did,
Just so everyone knows, I can't hear anything that's going on because I
Yeah.
don't have headphones.
well, I was going to suggest we just play through the chords for working bands, and just kind of take it at a time. And
okay,
Have a
Working Man
little fun.
Blues.
Okay.
But, so we could
But
just,
I'm going to have to follow you.
yeah, you
Muriel.
hold the time, and we'll do.
all right,
Okay.
so we ready? Huh?
Sure.
Go ahead, Muriel. Tear it up in A.
You can start it off. You can kick it.
I can't hear anything.
Denny, why don't you sing a verse and then we'll go into that.
Well, it's a. You sure you want to hear me sing now?
Oh, I do. You
Oh,
sing so cool.
oh, see, here we go. It's a hard job just getting by. 9 kids and a wife. I've been a working man dang near all my life, but I go back working. Long as these two hands are fit to use.
Nice.
I might drink a little beer in a tavern, a little bit of those working man blues.
So,
Yeah.
Come on,
I
Sean,
can't
jump
hear
right in there.
Okay. Yeah. Denny. Yeah. Sing one more and we'll finish it off then.
Yeah.
All right.
So much fun, Muriel. Thanks for having me.
Oh,
What a
that was
ball.
that
Thank you
was
so much.
that was so great. So thank you all, and if you want to follow along our adventures, of which we are having some crazy ones, there's a little acoustic sailing bit on my website, and you can check out the acoustic sailing YouTube channel and check out the recordings. Denny, do you have some place where people can find your music?
You know what? I got to get on that. I've got an album I've been working on, and COVID kind of put a whole stop to that whole thing. I'm about maybe a month away from having a brand new CD out.
I'll get this.
And then I'll put it up on my website, DennyBreau.com, and we'll get
Okay.
some music out there.
DennyBreau.com. And then,
yeah,
John.
I got $1 million cellar. I got $1 million in the cellar, Denny.
In the
A
cellar,
million in
yeah.
the cellar.
Yeah, I
But
do
I'd
that
like to
one.
give this away for Skeet Shot. If anyone wants it, just yeah, you can. How would you do it? I guess Facebook message me,
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
I'll be happy
Yeah.
to mail it to you for
Oh.
free as a gift. Thanks
Wow,
for tuning in
that's
and
so
supporting
wonderful.
Muriel Anderson's channel and Denny Breau and all the thumb pickers. And go
Thanks.
to CAS, Chet Atkins
Thanks.
Appreciation Society. Check out www.chet Society,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And MurielAnderson.com. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, that's why we're here. But
Yeah.
Is it the first
All right,
person
well,
that
we'll see.
messages you?
I'm a believer.
First person who messages
See you guys.
no, this is
That
it's
was
not
awesome.
this first.
All right. See you. We'll see you next Monday. And all y'all.
Yeah.
we say?
See all y'all later.
Yeah. All right. See
Happy
you then.
sailing.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
What fun.
All right.
Thank you.
How do you know which